Hello, welcome to my channel. This is a new channel and this is actually the first recording that I'm doing. So I'm still getting used to the whole process. Bear with me in case things don't go quite the way they ought to. What I am going to cover are my experiences as a widow. Widowhood occurs in a rather abrupt way. One day you wake up, you're a wife. The very next day you wake up and you're a widow. It's almost like you're walking along a path and suddenly part of the path that you're supposed to step on just breaks away and you fall down into some kind of a crevice. Or it could even be like somebody just takes you and throws you at the deep end of a pool, of a swimming pool. And you're either going to swim or you sink. I always would remember what my husband used to say, that when you laugh or smile, the world will actually laugh and smile with you. But if you cry, the world won't cry with you. So because of that, I said, if I sink, I'm going to sink with all my children. And for me, sinking was not an option. I decided that I was going to swim and swim as best as I could. Because I kept on telling myself that I have been brought to where I am by God. So the God who brought me to this is also going to see me through it. I know that for each widow, the scenarios are not the same, they're different. Then also in terms of the timelines, for instance, when I first started with some of those experiences, the times were different, things have changed quite a bit, but all the same, I believe that the principles that are required to navigate those issues are more or less still the same. Then during the course of that journey of widowhood, I also undertook another journey that was a wellness journey, and it was where I tried to embrace natural methods, and because I just felt that I needed to try as best as possible to keep my health at a certain level, because that was going to benefit myself and also the children. So I'll also talk about this wellness journey as I go along discussing some of the issues or incidences. One of the things that I would do from time to time, I would find time to just talk to widows wherever I was, and I found that most of them actually were very willing to talk and discuss their experiences. A lot of them were actually fairly lonely, didn't have like a sounding board, and felt actually quite alienated. So I just felt that having something like this would actually help. And of course, as I said, I discussed quite a bit with a number of people. And initially it was like I thought I was going to write a book. But then a niece of mine, she knows her, and thank you so much for the suggestion, said that I'm likely to actually reach out to more people in this way. So I thought, well, why not then? Let me just go ahead and see how it goes along. A lot of times what I found as in a community, widows are actually like silent members of the community. They don't speak out. They may participate in certain things, like maybe in church and other things, but mainly they tend to be fairly silent, not noticed, because they don't speak out. Part of it, I think, is because of there's like a stigma with a lot of them for being a widow. It's associated like it's considered a curse in some communities. It's even considered unnatural. And there are some communities where they actually would do some kind of cleansing. So it makes widows actually alienated. You find, as I said, they don't have support systems. You find that generally, even just with women a lot of times are not listened to. They may speak, but they're not heard, or they're just dismissed. Now, when it comes to society, you'll find that with married women or wives, they're at a certain level, like maybe at that level, widows are at a lower level. So because of that, the widows stick more and more to themselves. Then a lot of societies also are patrilineal. So you find that it is the men who are given priority just because of the culture. And then the women may not have also been a breadwinner, or even if they were, the main breadwinner would have been the man. And with the absence of the man, there is that fear that whatever they had would also be taken. And that fear makes them just decide to keep quiet. So because of that, I just, as I said, I thought that my initial audience was going to be just widows, so that through whatever I'm going to discuss or we're going to talk about, it would help them to navigate this whole process of being a widow in an easier manner. It would also uplift them, yeah, because it would make them see that there are others who are also going through the same thing, and the ways of going about sorting out or solving those particular issues, and being able to listen to what others have gone through would also perhaps give them more confidence. And if they have that confidence, they could also be able to demand some kind of respect. They could also be able to draw some boundaries, because sometimes you don't even think that you can, or you have that right to draw your boundaries. Then it would also help them, of course, to gain their own peace, so that they don't, react so much to some of the things that are being told or some of the things that are being done to them. They find ways around them. Then what I believe is that each and every person has got that God-given strength. And through this process, or through the discussions, I believe that some people would be able to actually get into that strength which is already in them, or tap into that and bring out that strength and use that in their situation. Then I anticipate also that women will look at themselves as having worth, not necessarily that that worth has got to be dependent on a man. And that would make a lot of difference, not just to them, but also to the children that they have.